Keller Street, across from the Phoenix Theater.
Yep.
Yes.
Philly's sharper than he looks.
Yes.
He's snowing us. He knows all this. He knows all this.
No, terrific.
All
right, so
back a guitar.
Back to Petaluma Pete. I was going to say back to me, but I'm going to try to cover that up.
I know. So is that Petaluma Piano Pete?
That's correct. And if he's in Sebastopol, it's Sebastopol Sam.
Sebastopol Sam.
Yeah, kind of like Yosemite Sam. Yeah, why not?
Does he play in Sebastopol, really?
Where's the piano
I
at?
believe he has, but don't quote me on that.
Hey, I'm a Petaluman. I'm on the east side. I get downtown.
Well, he moves it, but
right by
most
Central Market.
times it's right down near
Water
Central
Street.
Market on the sidewalk. So he's outside in the evening playing, and people just, he's just entertaining the passersby.
Right. And so the reason, Phil,
yes,
is how I bring it back around.
Bring it around.
This is the reason why I had him on the Greater Good is because you go downtown and you watch him just joyfully playing the piano while these kids and sometimes people are dancing around.
That's awesome.
Just like hanging out, and it just reverberates.
I got to bring the family down.
You do,
yeah,
for sure, man. It's a great thing to have. So it's nice.
Does he rock the brandy sniffer?
Yeah. Well, I think it's more of like a
or a bucket
peanut butter pretzel. Container from Costco, probably.
Yeah,
but,
those are great.
Talking about like
the tip jar.
The tip jar.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's what I thought you were
so it's fun. So then I also have had Elise Hempel from Petaluma People's Services on. She's the ED because obviously she is and her crew are tremendously impacting people's lives on a daily basis, right? So the drill down for all this is just speaking to people about how they got where they are, what they can share about maybe if somebody's interested, what they can share about why they're there and what they did to get there, and then how they impact the community on a daily basis and what they love about Petaluma and what they'd love to see more of in Petaluma. Somebody once said, just more smiles. Let's keep the smiles going.
Bathtubs.
Influx
bathtubs.
Oh, we're going to go there.
It's diverse. Art, yes. Art, yes.
Right.
Sure.
Yes.
Art, yes.
Yeah.
More art.
Okay.
No, and it is the season, being the holidays too. Like for people that want to help out during the holidays, any advice for anybody in the community to contact, or as far as Toys for Tots, food programs, does anything come to mind?
Stuff?
Right. Yeah.
We'll put it in the show notes though too.
Yeah, that would be great because we could certainly hit those. Like for example, with the Realtors crew that I'm a realtor, we're delivering presents to kids on the 20th. Which is great, so we went shopping with, I think the Rotarians actually created this program, but we just helped facilitate it and give money to buy presents. So we went out and bought presents on one day, right? And you get a kid's name and you get the desires that they have, right? It's kind of a trip to go shopping for somebody you don't know, but you do. And then on the 20th of December, we go out and deliver those presents. And I love taking my kids with me because we go out and deliver presents.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, they get delivered bags of presents to other people. I just love that. So, absolutely, that's the type of greater good thing.
I want to be a part of that.
Right?
I super, like, for real.
There's one for seniors as well, right?
Oh, that would be amazing.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah. In fact, my neighbors, speaking of the neighborhood, right around the corner is a senior home, and they go in and hang out. Part of their class, they're part of a group that goes and hangs out with the seniors a couple days a week. Yeah.
Dynamite.
Yeah.
I mean, you can go in, sit with them and read, play cards, just listen. Oh my God, the stories that are out there are just so phenomenal. My daughter, she got into volunteering for a senior center by default, basically, because she got a driving ticket. And so part of it was not just, I know, right? Exactly. The poor thing was crushed. But it was just so great because she had the penalty of the fee, right? She had to pay the fee. And then the judge said, okay, now community service, what would you like to do? And she said, volunteer at the senior center. And she did. And she would come home just ignited, so happy.
God, really?
Yeah. Oh, so happy. Oh, and then John was telling me this. And then Mary came in. Wow. When Mary came in, whole different picture. Here, blah, blah, blah. So it was,
that's awesome.
What a great experience.
Yeah, it was super cool.
Oh, wow.
Cool. Yeah. So.
I've been saying that I want to, and we're talking about accents, right? So this is twofold. I would love the opportunity to sit with seniors who, like,
besides me,
besides you guys,
right?
Besides you guys.
Wait, I just got folded in.
I know. I made no mention of you at all.
He's my junior, by the way. I can just tell by looking at him.
Oh man, I'm pushing the big 5-0s coming.
I was rode hard and put away wet.
Freight train.
Oh no. I want to do that, but what I want to do is I want to find a local community center, Hispanic community center, where it's like, literally, this is going to help me learn, like perfect my Spanish. Let's put it that way. I want to go sit with them for like an hour or two every week. I want to go to a community center where all of the old men who don't speak English, but only speak Spanish, and they're there and they're playing chess or whatever it is that they do. And I just want to go sit with them and like hang out with them, make them feel kind of cool because there's new people there hanging out, but also they can't speak English. So what?
Right.
Isn't that awesome?
There's so many ways to go with this.
Right.
I'm totally
Honestly,
doing
I'm
this,
picturing
like,
that weird guy in Kill Bill Volume 2.
I didn't see that one.
The pimp. Oh, you didn't see it? The Spanish
Not
pimp
the
guy?
second one.
Yeah, anyway.
Really?
It's old Spanish guy smoking.
Feels like the ultimate disruptor. I love it.
I
He's just going
know.
to throw down.
Just take it somewhere else.
I know. Right?
I love it. I love it because it's true. Because all you need to do is, I mean, you could play cards, you could connect,
Yeah.
you could play, and
yeah.
like sing with those
good for
individuals.
everybody.
Absolutely.
You could
And
just
I
sit
think-
there and then make those guys happy.
You damn straight.
Well, I'm not sure about that, but and back to your Christmas present story.
Yeah,
Can I
okay.
just throw this in there?
Yeah.
When I was a kid, my mother.
Excuse me, I got a drinking problem.
That's like your lip is leaking.
When I was a kid, my mother, every year she got a list from a local shelter, from the director of the shelter, of the families that were in there at Christmas time. And it was always 100 people. And she got the names and the ages, of the parents and the kids. And she went shopping. She took me with her. We would go shopping and we would buy gifts for each of those people. And she would know, for example, this little girl, she's 8 years old. She wants a Barbie or whatever it is. And she would like individually pick out gifts for this entire list of people. We would spend an evening or two wrapping the gifts. So I was little. I was probably 8, 9, 10 years old every year. And we would sit and we would wrap these gifts. And then on Christmas Eve, the director of the shelter would come over and he would pick up all the gifts and he'd dress up as Santa and he'd go deliver them to all these people. And that was such a wonderful experience for me. And for that to be an opportunity for people here, I think is
Right. And
life-changing.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And that reminds me how I've got to get my kids more involved in things like that.
Yeah,
because
right.
And actually they have a hunger for it too.
They will. And
Yeah.
probably they'll realize that even more once they do it.
Yeah, no.
For sure.
Yeah. So I'd like to hit that for me, what you just mentioned is like getting authentic. It's my new buzzword is being authentic and becoming or getting authentic. And we can do that in so many different environments, either contributing through, like wrapping presents, giving presents or things like that, or even just conversations with each other. Just be really, truly genuine and authentic.
Right.
And, it's just, it becomes so much fun and connected.
Connected. That's the thing is like when you get authentic, when you get real with somebody in whatever version of that conversation is, it could be funny like what we're doing here, or you can do something serious, but that connection is really what makes it worth it. And it's very easy, or at least much easier.
Easy or.
There's that Petaluma accent.
Easier.
Emphasize the or on that one.
Easier to get authentic and connect,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fun because kids in a playground make best friends in like 10 seconds
Right.
flat.
I know.
Right.
So when was it ever justified to depart from that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what
No,
happened.
you get hang-ups, man.
Yeah.
You grow up and
You grow up and you have your mind is
you get hurt, right? Like in one way or another, whether it's a heartbreak or
I think
a
you
physical
get
hurt. I think
well. I think
generally
you get taken out of the present as well, right? You start thinking about past and future more, and not necessarily where you're at and what you're doing. When you're a kid, I mean, you're just immersed in the present.
That's true. We should take a lesson from all them kiddos.
Absolutely.
Love them. I got an 8-year-old, 5-year-old, and they're insane.
Oh, it's fun.
Yeah,
if I could have the
this is the-
same two, I'd go back around and do it again.
This is the best Christmas ever right now.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
When your children were wait, how old are your children?
17 and 13.
Okay,
18 in like 15 days or 14
my
days or something like that. Yeah,
An
I know.
adult.
Right? Yeah. It's awesome.
You're all smiley.
I know.
I'm not
It's
sure if I would be smiling.
Yeah,
Like,
it's so
I guess
cool.
I would be.
Yeah.
I mean, mine are 12 and 4. Like,
Right.
I'm still
Like, okay, I'm
like
done.
in the middle of it.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
actually, my 4-year-old's pretty awesome. So.
Yeah, he's super cool. Super
He's
cute. Well, they're both
a little
awesome,
bit
but
crazy.
yeah, he is a little crazy.
So you and I had a conversation yesterday. We were chatting a little bit about goal setting, right? And kind of, it's that time of year, right? So for those who are listening to this in the future, we're a couple weeks away from Christmas, 2018. and everybody's starting to think about their 2019 goals. And this is a topic that comes really close to home for me. I used to teach a lot of people about goal setting, but for me, the position that I took was like, before we actually put the goals out there, before we determine what those are, let's drill down a little bit deeper. Let's build a foundation based on, in general, in your life, every day and in the long term, how do you want to feel? Mm-hmm. So we talked about this a little bit yesterday, right? Yep. Like let's do some real hard work. Let's go through our past and comb everything up and figure out what worked for us and what didn't and why, what we're grateful for and why and all of that. And then like drill down and like in general, every day when I wake up, I want to feel XYZ, and really using that as a thread through all of the goals that you want to potentially achieve in 2019. I believe that I used to say that it's not a New Year's resolution, it's a New Year's revolution. And like, what can you do that has some substance behind, like, what's that foundation? How do you want to feel? And start making your goals based on that, because I think those are the ones that are achievable, and if it's truly like the 98% of everybody else who are like, I'm going to get fit on January 1st, I'm going to join a gym. Okay. If you're doing that because you think you have to get fit, it's not going to work. If you're doing that because you want to feel,
oh yeah, no, the way you frame that is, it's amazing, because it takes you really out of kind of this abstract goal setting and really getting down to the core essence of what the objective is, right?
Right. And I think you're going to find likely a greater success, as you were alluding to, right? Because emotion drives action. Mm-hmm. It's not like something you can apply. I mean, action just based on things like a desire, like, hey, I want to get this, tends to burn out. But when you tie it to an emotion is going to drive.
Right, like a money or a house or a job, mm-hmm. when really,
maybe it's security.
That might be taking you away from how you're trying to feel, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, if you want those goals because you
self-sabotage
want security.
Slips in.
But here's the thing. Let's take that as an example. Okay. Let's just say that those things are what your goals are. But you drill down deeply and it's more about you want to feel secure. Okay. So where this comes in handy is on the days when you're not, let's just say you're like, oh, I'm probably not going to buy the house this year or whatever. I love that. I love you did that.
That's water.
Right in the microphone. Like,
it's red water.
Please.
You got to recork that.
Yay, sure.
We're not hanging out in the bathroom. Yeah. That was Vino.
So, yeah, we had some bathroom talk last week.
What is this, by the way? Somebody?
I don't know. So
here, finish your thought, and then we'll get to that.
There you go.
Basically, what I'm trying to say is like your goals can shift throughout the year, and there can be a lot less regret tied to that shift.
Nice.
If the reason that it's shifting is because you still want to feel that certain thing. So maybe you're not going to get the house this year, and that for you felt like security. But if you ask yourself, what else is going to make me feel secure, and whether that's emotionally or financially or whatever, there's still a lot to achieve, right? And you don't have that regret of not having achieved that feeling, whether or not you got the house.
Absolutely. Right? And I think you want to go?
No, go ahead.
You sure?
Go ahead.
Right. So, so I think there's a couple things on that is, recognizing, right, that emotion, right, and how we want to feel, the acknowledgement of that. And then as we go through those goals, once you do set those goals that are tied to that emotion, is just being free to adjust those as we move along, is what you're saying, right?
Yeah.
And I think a key component to that is just accepting the evolution of that, and also being gracious to self, right? If we're kind and compassionate to ourselves, I mean, many of us are nicer to other people than we are ourselves.
I know. Why is that?
Oh, no, I'm really good at that.
Yeah, are you?
You're good at being nice to yourself.
No, to other people.
Right, yeah. So why not be as nice to ourselves as we are to our best friends or others? And I'm not saying discount them whatsoever. I'm just simply saying give them yourself the same respect and care and compassion.
There's plenty of that to go around, right? There's plenty of like being nice.
Fucking bloodsuckers! I've seen the light. I'm kidding.
There it is.
What are we drinking?
What are we drinking? Turn that.
It's a Pinot.
It's a Pinot.
We have a new member here at Keller Street, and he's in the wine biz, and he had a supplier send him a case of wine, And he was like, I need to do a tasting because I've got,
Yeah, that's part of the deal.
And he said, do you mind if I do it here on property? I'm like,